Have you heard about Rabbi Joseph and the Sorcerer? Well, one year in Saltzbug, on the eve of Yom Kippur, 3 Jewish maidens disappeared. And then the next year, 3 more, until the town arose in a fury and begged their rabbi to find the source of their women's decline. He went in search of a great Rav who could travel long distances in a moment, whose sight was unbound by time, and he described a most heinous crime. A sorcerer had turned the women into asses. As they neared his home, they could hear them braying from their lonesome stalls, stamping their hooves against the walls, braying desperate donkey calls. The great Rav uttered a sacred name, and the sorcerer dropped dead. The donkeys turned back to ladies and returned to the synagogue as they began Kol Nidre. Isn't it nice when it turns out our way? There is another tale about a wizard wedded to Lilith, versed in dark magic, who captures a beautiful queen from her bed, spreads her long legs, and takes her for himself. Or as the book puts it, plucks the flower of her beauty. But never fear, the king and his soothsayers fashioned a trick, the curse was flipped, the wizard slipped and fell to his death. Oh, that reminds me that in the first story, the sorcerer transformed the asses to maidens at night and ravaged them, out of earshot, out of sight. Which conjures up a contemporary scene that you might have watched on your TV screen, where a young lady whose parents have died, in fact, she believes only she has survived, marries a lord with an evil mind and wicked games, and after she takes his name, he rips her dress, bends her over, forces her brother to watch, who cries in a corner. Another dramatized rape of a show, running short of ideas of where to go. Is this the best magic that Hollywood knows? We know that these are not just tales. There is a real crisis, from worldwide women in prisons for reporting their rape, to the horrors of women escaped from ISIS, to 1 in 5 American women assaulted in their life. This is our world. But you probably know the statistics. They haunt me when I look at my sisters and realize their risk, and I wonder back to my Jewish tales. Were they also angry that God missed her cue, that only magic and sacred words could subdue the demons that haunted their lives? Our ancestors must have identified with the damsel in distress, shamed, brutalized, and oppressed by the countries of their exile. They cried for mercy, but only a powerful Rav and prophetic dream could offer a scheme to reduce their losses. God is cut from the scene. Probably smoking a cigar behind the screen, wondering when she'll get her big debut. God, don't you know we already signaled you? Instead, we'll fill our plots with spells and magic to make our endings a bit less tragic, and in real life, use new sorcery to change our reality, send out energy, transform our mentality, cast up hands, and reconstruct our sexuality. Because it's these stories themselves that make rape real, as we portray sex as something to steal, sexual violence as a way to entertain, an erotic appeal. We need to reveal these fantasies as toxic, forceful fallacies that gift each generation a fresh ordeal. Come, help me shatter these tropes to start anew. Imbue each other with respect for women. Violent urges subdue, trust and love pursue. It is upon all of us to undo what we've been handed. It is upon all of us together, and it is upon each of you.